Welcome back to the life of Vespasianus, Ray.
Happy to be here. Yeah.
The Vespa.
Vespa
the
2.
Trendy
Right.
motorcycle, Italian motorcycle emperor. The emperor who was named after a fancy Italian motorcycle.
He'll get you where you're going.
How's your week been?
Oh,
Ray. Oh, I've got a new nickname for you. Ray DHD. I came up with during the week.
which means...
It's like ADHD, but
right,
it's
just
unique to you.
ADHD.
It's just ADHD.
Let's see here.
Like, what show are we doing? What are we? Hey, what am I doing? Oh, what's up?
Look,
and Chrissy asked me, what is the I told Chrissy this, ADHD. And she goes, what does the H stand for? And I go, well, Harris, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Ray D. Harris disorder. That's what it's.
No.
What's your middle name again?
Harvey.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's Ray Dickhead Harris disorder.
Dr. Dickhead. I don't
Is
know
that
why
harsh?
I have to
Doctor
Dickhead. I don't know why I have to keep
D.
reminding you. Yeah.
Well, although as I told you off air, in trying to attach a ring light to one of my monitors before we recorded this morning, I actually smashed the monitor.
Yeah.
So I can't be making fun of anybody today. Yeah. I feel like a complete idiot.
Glass houses, stone. Anyway, no, I'm gonna try
people who have glass monitors should not attach ring lights to them,
right, with the metal part. Yeah, I'm going to try to answer your question, and you have to forgive me if I don't get it right, because it has been one of those weeks where I'm like, oh yeah, that really happened. So let's see. Last Friday, my daughter Rachel got married. It was a very small, informal, lovely ceremony. We had a lovely time.
AKA the hot one.
The hot one. Then Saturday there was a beach party all day long for a 4-year-old who has been violent towards me. I try to be violent back, but his parents are like, anyway, there was that, and that went all day long. What was Sunday? Sunday there was some kind of other family gathering that family gatherings. And then Monday we heard unexpectedly that someone who was your age, who their daughter is Sophie's best friend, suddenly passed away of a brain aneurysm. So there was, or it happened previously, but we just heard about it. And then there was a quick, I don't know. What do you call a funeral that's put together very quickly? So anyway, there was one of those. So I went happy, and then sad. I mean, within 4 days. And then there was something else. And then I ran over a rock on Tuesday with my lawnmower, and I broke it. I pulled what you did. You broke your monitor. I broke my riding lawnmower. So it's been a week. The fact that I'm not on edibles is a testament to my inability to pay for them. So donate now, donate often. No, it's been a hell of a week. So when I ask you what show we're doing, you just shut the fuck up and you tell me, because you don't know where I'm coming from.
Just talk.
You don't know my story. No. You don't know my background.
I don't know your story. No man knows my history. Yeah.
How was your, besides the monitor, how was your week?
Oh, I finally got rid of my mother. She's gone home. I didn't have to drive her all the way back to Bundaberg, so I was happy about that.
She's still alive. You didn't get rid. Okay, nope, because this is being recorded.
Yeah, no. Last night, Chrissy and I went to a chamber music concert, which was our anniversary present to each other. We've been together, coming up next week, I think, we've been together 17 years.
Nice.
And we went to see a string quartet in Brisbane play the Shostakovich String Quartet No. 8. A couple of other pieces too, a bit of Beethoven, a bit of Schumann. But one of my favorite pieces of music right now is the Shostakovich String Quartet No. 8. I've been obsessed with Shostakovich for the last, 6 months, year, whatever it is. And it was the first time seeing Shostakovich's music performed live, and it was fucking awesome.
You had a great time.
If you haven't heard it out there, kids, get Shostakovich String Quartet No. 8. And the story behind it is great. We have to do his story on the Cold War show.
Oh, cool.
I've been building up to it, but
he
wrote this piece in 1960 in 3 days.
Wow.
And he was in Dresden, and he was horrified by what had happened to Dresden during World War II, the bombing of Dresden. But he was also thinking about committing suicide, according to one of his friends. And he said that this piece of music was going to be his epitaph. And it's terrifying and tragic and sad. It's all the emotions in there. It's an amazing piece of classical music. Anyway, so that was great fun.
I would imagine that your epitaph would be a guitar riff. Just I don't know. It's just off the top of my head, but that fits. That tracks. Anyway,
it would actually be Africa. One of our dear listeners sent me a TikTok of one of your American TV shows, like America's Got Talent or something like that. The X Factor. I don't fucking know.
Right.
But the contestant was a woman who got up on stage with another person who was playing guitar, and she had a screen like a slideshow of all of the different harmonies for Africa, and she was teaching the audience Ben Folds style to sing the different harmony parts, and then she got the whole audience to sing Africa in
that's cool.
different harmonies and a bit of a round robin going on. It was pretty fucking awesome. That's what I want to happen. I don't want a funeral, but if I was to have a funeral, I would want somebody to get up and make the entire audience sing Africa in harmonies.
Hold on, sure.
But I don't intend on dying.
No,
I'm going to get
don't worry about it.
Elon Musk's chip put in my head, and so I can do Nazi salutes and get away with it.
Boom.
One
last question before we get started. What is the date of your anniversary?
Well, we have 2 anniversaries in July. So
of course, Jesus Christ.
5th or 6th of July, can never remember, is the anniversary of when we met in Ajaccio.
Right.
2 days later is the anniversary of when we first banged in Ajaccio. So, I quietly celebrate that one.
You're like, you high
that's
five
the
yourself.
real anniversary.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You probably high five Chrissy. Anyway, ours is in 4 days on the 29th. What is today? 4 days.
Your meeting anniversary or your wedding anniversary?
Actual wedding anniversary. And for 23 years, we've been married for 23 years.
Wow.
I think you're supposed to do some kind of silver. So I think about getting her a silver vape. I don't know, kind of, new age, old age. I don't know. I'm
silver
still
bullet.
A bullet. Right. I'm thinking about it.
Was it
werewolves?
Didn't Lone Ranger have silver bullets?
Yeah. Well, this seems like an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Anyway.
Was he rich? Well, our wedding anniversary, I think, is the 23rd of July. It'll be our 14th. Yeah, 14th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
23, though. That's great. That's, for both of us, these are long-term relationships. Like, everyone said we couldn't do it.
Well, we went out to dinner the other night. We looked at each other and went, do you want to just cut it? Do you want to cut our losses? And she's like, we've been together this long. Let's just ride this horse until it dies. And I went, I love you too.
Right.
So it was a beautiful moment. Just one last fact. Tonto would call the Lone Ranger Kimosabe, which in his language means idiot or stupid. So, but it sounded good, so they went with it. And I'm done.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about ancient Rome. I'll let you decide.
So, in our last episode, Vespasian was officially declared emperor by the Senate, even though he's still in Egypt.
In absentia.
And Mucianus, his go-to guy,
right?
His Agrippa, wrote a letter to the Senate while still on his way to Rome himself. He's still a few days out, but he's like, got to get on this horse while it's still hot in case they change their mind, saying, listen, I'm nearly there. Don't do anything without me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be running things for Vespasian until he gets there.
It sounds right.
Here's how it's going to work.
Yeah.
So there's this meeting of the Senate that's finally called together after the fighting dies down in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
They declare Vespasian officially the emperor, but there's still a number of other things that need to be sorted out in the absence of Vespasian.
Yeah.
Mucianus and Domitian, his youngest son, who is only 18 years old,
right? Well,
are given sort of complete authority. And if it's one thing that we've learnt over the years we've been doing the show, Ray, is there's no amount of power that you can give a young person that isn't going to work out great.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing that you can do
if
you want to run a society is give a young man a huge amount of authority.
Right. Yes. Well, one of the things that people don't hear us say, because we always say this, and then we hit record in the expression that goes something like, well, the younger, the better. The point is, at least he's I think he's at least 18 or 19, so he's not like, whatever some of the other ones like Nero or whoever it was it Nero? Yeah. So the point is, you're absolutely right. Rome has a horrible track record of young youth, teens, and power. But I did want to ask you this real quick. So Mucianus is Vespasian's man. He even used the term "my brother." Vespasian did in a letter to the Senate. But isn't blood always thicker than water? So Mucianus has got all the power per se. I don't think he has an official position. Think of him as a minister at large, but he does have all the political and military power. But this is Vespasian's son. To me, I would think that Mucianus has to be a little bit careful with this kid because at the end of the day, blood is thicker than water. What do you agree with that in this context?
I think the deal here seems to be that they need a Flavian around to be the face of the
billboard
authority.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's set up in a way where Domitian has power, but not too much power. He's made an urban praetor at 18, so he's going to be, he has authority for running Rome, basically, but he's also given consular power tacked onto it.
Wow.
So he's got Praetorian Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your 6 lictors that walk around with you. I think you get 12 if you leave the city, but 6 when you're in the city. Right. But he also has consular grade honors, consularia insignia.
Mm-hmm.
So he can wear the latticlave tunic, the broad purple stripe of a senator.
Right.
12 fasces in public ceremonies rather than the usual 6. But he gets no troops or command. Basically, it's a praetorship with perks.
Right. He can park anywhere. But he can't.
Yeah, can park his chariot anywhere.
Sorry.
But Mucianus is the real power. I mean, look, to be fair to these guys, they've gone, well, look, not only is Dad still alive, but Dad's oldest son, Titian, still alive, still around. Titus, still not Titian, he's an artist. Titus, still alive. I'm mixing up my Renaissance with my Caesar here. Too many tits.
Right.
Yeah. Is still alive. So Domitian's got a while before he's going to sit on the big throne. But they also know you need a grown up to do the job. So Mucianus is going to be the guy who's the representative of Vespasian. As you said, he's not given an official title. He doesn't need it, like Agrippa. He doesn't. I mean, Agrippa was consul from time to time, but he's not even going to be consul because Vespasian's going to come. Vespasian's going to be the consul. Vespasian is the consul as of the 1st of January. This is like late December. Come the 1st of January, Vespasian and Titus are going to be the 2 consuls.
Right.
But Mucianus is referred to as collega imperii, his colleague in power. Who was the first person to be referred to as collega imperii, Ray?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to randomly, I have no idea. I'm going to just say Pompeius Magnus, but I have no idea. Who is it?
Yeah, Rady HD in force. No, it was Agrippa. Back in 18 BCE.
Yeah, he's my bro.
Remember there was this period when Augustus thought he was dying, just take gas, but he thought he was dying in around 23 BCE.
Yeah.
Didn't have an heir ready to go because they either died or they were in self-imposed exile or whatever. So he, after he was like, fuck, that's bad. We can't be doing that. Can't be dying without an heir.
Not good.
So he referred to Agrippa as his collega imperii. Collega just means partner, as I understand it. So co-consuls were collega. They were colleagues, co-consuls. They shared power.
Right.
Augustus added the imperii, meaning power to command authority. Just reminding the kids at home, we think of Imperium or Emperor these days as being a title, but it wasn't a title back, certainly in Augustus's day. It just meant that's more of a modern interpretation of the meaning. In Republican Latin, the word imperium meant to command authority.
Mm.
So a consul, a praetor, a proconsul had imperium over troops and courts. You could have greater or lesser imperium, maius or minus. Could be tied to a province or a city. There's just the license to bark orders and have them obeyed. The English emperor is a much later abstraction.
Right.
First century Rome, nobody carried the job title that says, I'm emperor. Augustus, as we know, styled himself princeps, the first man, first among many, first among equals.
Mm-hmm.
And soldiers would hail him as imperator, as a nickname. Like I call you Big Dick Ray.
Right.
They would call him Imperator. It's just a cool nickname to have. Hey, look at this. It's Big Dick Augustus.
Come a swinging.
It just means big dick.
Right. And that's where we get the word or the description imperious. You're acting imperious. Well, of course I'm acting imperious. I have a huge schlong. Who wouldn't? Anyway, I'm sorry. That's the basis of my Imperium. Go ahead.
So when the Senate in 23 BCE drafted the phrase collega imperii for Agrippa, it meant of my command. So partner in my Imperium, partner in my command. Right. No crown, no diadem, just a legal share in the potestas that Augustus had.
Okay.
So Mucianus is basically now shadow consul.
Right.
And he can control armies, he can control the treasury, he can control all of the stuff that the emperor would be able to control with a teenage figurehead with fancy stripes.
Exactly.
Basically.
That's not a bad, that's not a bad way to be. Everybody looking to applaud him. I'll do all the fucking work and his dad will know who the real workhorse is. It's a pretty good arrangement as long as the 18-year-old doesn't fuck this up.
Yeah. So it looks like there's a Flavian in the inner circle, but the real power is actually with Mucianus until Vespasian finally arrives in Rome 9 months later.
Right. Can I make a point? You semi-compared Mucianus to Agrippa. Because if you think about it, Mucianus's power really comes from the fact that he's the top dog there and he controls all the troops. Whatever troops are in and around Rome that aren't Vitellians, he controls. Theoretically, he could have killed this 18-year-old and taken over, which would, of course, would have started another civil war. But Vespasian is chosen well. This guy, doesn't do anything like that. They trust each other. But again, it's good to have someone who's not only competent, but that you can absolutely trust. Unfortunately, our current president doesn't have anyone of either caliber. But again, Mucianus is the true power behind the throne, if you will. And that power comes from the fact that he controls all the swords in and around Rome.
That's true. He's the man. So I wanted to touch on this. I was trying to figure this out. So I mentioned Domitian is 18.
Right.
Titus is about 40 at this stage.
That's a hell of a gap. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out the gap. It's like a 12-year gap between the two. No, 22-year gap between the two.
Right.
Is that right?
Good for 49. Vespasian. He can still... Yeah, it's close to 20.
I think there's a 12-year gap between the two. So maybe he's 30, not 40. 30. Okay. He's 30, not 40.
Still.
I think. He was born in... Hold on. Yeah. Titus was born in 39 at 69. Right. So there's a 30-year gap. Gotcha. 12 years between them. Still a long time. So they've got the same mother.
Right.
Flavia Domitilla, the elder.
Right.
As far as we know, no other legitimate kids survived. There's one sister who was born, Domitilla the younger, born in 45, but she died before... all of this happened. We don't really know when or how or why, but, kids died.
Sure.
So still a big gap between kids. And I was trying to figure out, so Vespasian had been off fighting in Britain for a long time during the Claudian invasion in 43, was there until 47.
Right.
And as we know, Roman wives don't tend to go to the front with their men. They stay behind and probably fuck around, but maybe not. You never know.
Right.
So she married Vespasian. Domitilla married Vespasian in around about 38 CE. Still probably likely in her teens.
Yeah.
Because he liked him young, like you.
Right.
Titus is born in 39, so she gets knocked up straight away.
Oh yeah, that's what you do. Sorry, go ahead.
They think Domitilla the younger was born in 45, but he's in Britain from 43, so that
Cameron
doesn't really work.
If you are impugning the reputation and the honor, if you are besmirching the honor of this girl, there's a 50% chance you're right, but that's no reason for you to bring up such a sore subject